Hi beautiful people, how you are doing? I really hope your week started out very well. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Blessing and you're welcome to my Blessedom TV. So if you're new here, I hope that you're going to like my content and that you're going to subscribe to my channel. And I'd like to say thank you to every one of you who already support me on this channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. I appreciate that. So this topic is a very difficult one. And yeah, actually I get a lot of attack for this topic, but I did this video as a live stream on Facebook because I figured out that there are a lot of people who will be interested to hear this topic and who would benefit actually from it, and they have free mode on Facebook, so they have more access. And I decided to do it live on Facebook, and I'm just uploading that live video, and of course I edited a little bit out of it, but this video is basically that live video that I did on Facebook. So don't be surprised when you see interactions going on during the video, and it's basically to bring to light, you know, the field that is going on in the Radio Biafra broadcasting empire. And yeah, we've seen what is going on this week is like a drama. You know, they are like kind of fighting each other because of this Radio Biafra, and this one is closing the other one out, and the other one is pulling out and forming his own radio. So it's just about Radio Biafra all over the place. So my people, this is why I called it the Radio Biafra broadcasting empire. So you're welcome, and you are free to leave your comments and your thoughts and opinion in the comment section, and let me know if you would like me to do this topic here on YouTube as well. Let me not just act on my assumption. So thank you so much. Here we go. So my people, I wanted us to talk about this radio broadcasting empire that they have been using to deceive our people and making them to have the illusion that they are doing Biafra freedom restoration or whatever they say they are doing. We have seen it now that it's all about the money that is coming through the radio broadcasting that they are doing, and the donation that they get when people listen to them and are touched by the lies that they are telling. Yeah. So you're welcome, and I'll just play music a little bit before I start properly. Good day to you, or welcome back to Blessedom page. So we want to continue to talk about the radio broadcasting empire that they used to lie to our people and call it Biafra freedom fighting, restoration of Biafra, and talking up and down. So we have not seen it, although it was clear to many of us a long time ago, but we just want to continue to be talking and using the events that are happening now to buttress the point that hello everybody, it is not about Biafra, it's just about their pocket. Like one of my my fans used to say, she says it's feed me fighting. Then this is what they are doing. They are feeding themselves. They are not fighting for you. It's feed me fighting that they are doing. And you can hear from the audio that I played with you guys yesterday, where Uche Mefo was talking about why he's leaving the empire to create his own human rights Radio Biafra. It's all about the radio broadcasting, because when they are doing the broadcasting, then you know, people listen to it and people are touched and people are moved and people are compelled to donate money. And you know, they make all these fabrications, they use any opportunity. Maybe there is something that is going on, like for example here in Europe, or I think in America, you can wear camouflage. They can use camouflage to do a lot of things. Maybe hold an event, they will go and partake in that event, and then at the end of it they will snap picture with any white person to give you the impression that, oh, something is about to happen. But in the real truth of the whole matter is there is nothing happening. And then again, you know, it can be said that, okay, you know, they can be, like some people believe that, you know, they are talking for Igbo people. You know, Igbo people don't have anybody that is speaking for them. They are speaking out the injustices that is being meted out to Igbo people. Like somebody also said yesterday when he called that Igbo people are hated, that kind of talk. And, you know, they see the rhetoric that he's bringing in as some kind of speaking up for them. Like there's a vacuum and nobody is speaking for them, you know. But this is not true. This is not true, because everything that he's saying is the same political issues that every other person is saying. If you go to Adeola Fashion, something like that, she talks mainly politics and other current affairs. Even me, I've not been long that I came onto social media, but in the 2 years that I've been on social media, I also discuss politics when it's election, you know, when political things are happening, you talk about it. Not just me, every other person, Reno Mokri, all these people, they have different platforms. People are talking the same thing, you know. Sure, everybody knows him. He's a politically inclined newspaper, and he talks about Nigerian politics depending on which side you are. It's the same thing everybody is talking about. So if you think that criticizing the ongoing government is speaking for you, you have to be asking yourself, how does all this speaking for you? What has it changed? What has it brought to you? You see, but people are not thinking about all those things because this is what they believe. Somehow in their mind, they believe that if not that they kind of came up and started talking about you know, this politics, that where will you be? You won't have a mouth to talk. But that is not true, because people have been talking about the politics of Nigeria before he came into the scene. And remember that he joined even the protests that they were against Jonathan's government. He joined that protest in England, and he was talking at that point. He had his Radio Biafra, but he was still saying we don't want dissolution of Nigeria. Now we see that it's all about radio, you know, brouhaha. You remember this radio problem started in October. Uche Mefo wanted to be he didn't want to be playing his own Nnamdi Kanu's voice, so he kind of hijacked the Radio Biafra London, the London branch, and he was playing only what he wanted to say on it. And when Kanu saw that, you know, it's like Uche Mefo has smarted him. So Kanu now told his members, his gullibles, you know, that they should not be listening to Radio Biafra London again. That Radio Biafra London now belongs to the zoo. That the zoo has hijacked Radio Biafra London. That in fact they should delete that Radio Biafra app from their telephone. That anything that does not have Radio Biafra that is talking in his voice, any Radio Biafra, any Biafra platform that is not him himself that is speaking, that it is not authentic, it is zoo. And he knows, because he's a serial liar. Everybody knows. I showed you video of him praising Clifford Iranya and saying, as long as they have men like this, you know. So at the end of the day, when you fall out with him, he will trash you. And this is what Uche Mefo helped him to do to other people. So now he's doing as if he's a victim. Uche Mefo has benefited the most from this whole brouhaha. The same people that helped him to legitimize his stay in Europe and got his citizenship, and the same Biafra and the same money and the same effort that other people put into the struggle, that he used that opportunity to even get his degrees in London. You understand me? Got his stay. He got salaries on monthly basis, salaries that were paid in pounds. All of a sudden, you know, now because they have taking the microphone from him, shut him out of the radio. They told them to delete the Radio Biafra London app, that it has been hijacked by the zoo. So of course, you know, the gullibles, they will do as they are told. They began to delete all the Radio Biafra app, and effectively, like Uche Mefo was saying in that audio yesterday, shut him out of their enterprise. And so Uche Mefo now felt cheated and humiliated, and so all this talk is for him to start his own, so that you now follow him to his Radio Biafra Human Rights Services, so that it has come to stay. So another branch of the Radio Biafra empire has started. So all this thing you are seeing is all about feed me fighting their pocket. And for Nnamdi Kanu, it's also Nigerian politics, because he wants to be a part of the Nigerian politics, because he's a Nigerian politician. Like, he has been used by the politicians to do their bidding. So this is something he knows very well. This is a terrain that he knows very well. So this is only what it is for him. And every time they mention his name, you know how it is now. Like, it's like cloud chasing for him. And the worst part is that people are dying, but because of his narcissistic nature, he doesn't reckon that the life of those people are important, and that is why he put it in the mind of those people and told them that dying is irrelevant. It's because of what they died for, that you're going to die every day. He kind of just trivialized death and the impact of death. Like, people are dying as youth, they don't care. They said, yeah, you're going to die one day, all dying and die. And this is how he kind of manipulated their mind. And as long as people are dying, and as long as he continue to call his name, and Nigerian media continue to push his name, Nnamdi Kanu, and then he will issue a statement and they say Nnamdi Kanu, and this is just what he wants, so that in the event that a PDP president or somebody that will favor him comes into politics, that they are going to bring him in and give him a position and give him some kind of amnesty. This is just all that is for him. And you will know this because he's not doing anything effectively for the Biafra restoration. And for him to even go to in front of the UN building to go and stage visit, that he went into the UN visit, US secretariat, he talked to a few agencies, various agencies. What is the meaning of all this? He went in front of the UN secretariat in Geneva, and they pose outside and take pictures, and this is what they are doing. They are not doing any other thing. So the action that is going on is those boys that are on the streets of Nigeria running around singing, beating their chest. He pushed their mind so high that they don't even mind confronting military with nothing, with Odechi. So this is the level of this calamity. But today I wanted to show you again the video of, I started this video when I was doing that broadcast, I think, yeah, the night before yesterday. I was telling you guys that, the master prophet said, he saw in the vision, and God said he should appoint a king over a unified Igbo nation, and that king is going to be Nnamdi Kanu. So, and I was like, oh, okay, now this is the next phase of where they are going. And he said in that audio that the king is going to rule, but he doesn't know how long he's going to rule, you see. So after the reign of that king, you see, so when you listen to these guys, you see that there's nothing about Biafra there. But this is supposed to be the center stage of everything they are doing. But this is not the case, because they don't have any, I don't even know where to start to say this thing again. So for the avoidance of that, I'm going to show you that video again where he was saying, this man was saying that he's going to appoint a king. And then I'll also show you another video that he made yesterday in regard to Uche Mefo, that they should not appoint another deputy leader. So it's going to be that one supreme leader all alone. And when they are saying one family, it's about their family, he himself, his brother-in-law, his sister, his brother in Nigeria, so if they will call him to go and take amnesty or whatever, his brother in Nigeria will go and take. But if it is go and confront the military, it is you, gullible, that you call yourself volunteer, that will go. So without taking much of your time, I'm going to share this audio with you now.
So as I was looking, as I was hearing, it's the words came clearly to me as a prophet over my people, the Biafra, the Igbo people. This word came to me, and I will not fail to install a king over my people, the Igbo people. And as I begin to look into the prophetic, and I begin to ask, who is that man that can lead my people, the Igbo, as one unified king? Every Igbo, both home and abroad. And as I begin to look into the prophetic, and I begin to look, who is that man that will lead, that will rule my people? Who is that man that will speak as a king over my people. And as I look, and Most High spoke to me clearly and said, appointing Nnamdi as the first king over the unified Igbo people. And it is possible that I will, because I have not discussed with Nnamdi concerning this. I will. What I'm doing right now is making consultation. As I have received that clear, I received that word clearly. And
so you are hearing what he's saying. He said that the word and the vision or whatever prophecy came to him that he should appoint Nnamdi Kanu as the king. So you're not talking about Biafra again. You know, I think that right now is anything to hold on to that power and that position that he believes he has gotten himself into. And so this man is now the one that is projecting him forward to be the first king of the unified Igbo. And this man also said that he's going to write the constitution upon which he's going to be ruling. Like, this one group of people will unilaterally make the decision of who to appoint, and that person is going to be the unilateral king of over Igbo people. Buru, you know. So they are going to be buru as Ndi Bonile. Just from them alone, you know, no consultation, no somehow, just like the way he appropriated the supreme leadership unto himself. This is the same thing that they are doing here. So let me continue to show you.
Inform our people, this is what I'm doing now. And then I will make a call to Nnamdi Kanu, and I will inquire of him. If he said no, then I will go back to the Supreme. I will go back to the Most High. Maybe the Most High will show me somebody else that will lead my people. And surely, I will anoint that person king all over the Igbo land. And when I anoint that person king, even the gods of the land, even the Agnish, even the Amadiohan in the land, will respect that person. And from that day, that man will rule as God in the land.
Are you people hearing? He's gonna rule as God in your land. So it's not about Biafra or political anything. Now this is not spiritual. Somebody said God told him. If he said God told him, are you going to and saying no, God did not tell him? Were you there? So it's not somebody that's gonna rule you like God, you know. So okay, let's continue.
I will speak to Nnamdi Kanu concerning this when time comes. And I hope he will understand that the Most High has spoken. If he did not understand, then surely I will anoint a man as a king of our people. And when I know that man, even if he comes to me crying, I will not listen to him anymore. But surely I will consult him. And today, as they are working with one of the different people, this has fallen on my shoulder to appoint a leader, to anoint a man that will rule my people, the Igbos, as king. Even as I was looking into the prophetic and I began to hear so many things, and the Supreme began to show me, tell me different things, how that king, what that king will do, and how that king, and I began to ask, how can I anoint Nnamdi Kanu king when he's in exile? And clearly, Most High spoke to me and said, that's it. The king was removed by England. Install him king in England. So that means if Nnamdi Kanu agrees, I will come to the United Kingdom and anoint him king of all the entire Igbo land.
So my people, are you hearing what is happening? So he said that, you know, above everything, the king that is going to rule like a god in Igbo land. But now this king, he now came to his, his mind that, but this king is in exile, And then God still told him that, yeah, even though he's in exile, the original king was removed by London. So he's going to go to London to appoint him there. So being in exile is not stopping him being the king. So don't go and think that because they want to make him king, he has to go home to Afaruku. So he has to go to there in London to make him the king.
So this is what is going to happen. And after his reign as king, I don't know how long Nnamdi Kanu will be on the planet Earth. And I also heard a word, I'm going to write the constitution that's going to guide the kingship, every buruburu of Ndi. And
are you hearing? He said he doesn't know how long the person is going to reign, or this king, but he is going to write the constitution. So for example, we are talking about the Nigerian constitution, or that, all the things that is wrong with it, and all the problems that we are facing because of that constitution. And this one is talking about him single-handedly writing the constitution for Igbo nation.
Going to write that constitution that will guide that. And that king will rule. After Nnamdi Kanu, there will be another king from another state. Nnamdi Kanu is from Abia State. Then I will look, maybe, I don't know whether Anambra and Imo, which one is older. Then that one will appoint a man that will be a king over all entire Igbo. But right now, the first king will rule from exile. And I will.
Are you hearing? Your first king is going to rule from exile. And you see, he doesn't even he doesn't even know that Abia State was carved out of Imo State. Imagine, he doesn't even know that Abia State was carved out of Imo State, and he's saying that after this one there's going to be another king, but then he's going to look Abia, Anambra and Imo, which one is older. Like, hello. Like, I don't know, like sometimes I just listen to this, I can't help but laugh, because this thing is so clear to me, and unfortunately it's not very clear to every other person. But it is good that we can talk about it and laugh about it. I just hope that those people that are really willing to stake their life for it will see the joke that this all is. So he's going to single-handedly write the constitution. He's going to single-handedly appoint the person. He is going to single-handedly install the person. Imagine, and the first king, as he has declared, is going to rule you from exile. Hello. People now don't buy market too. Hey, okay.
I'm going to write that constitution that will guide that. And that king will rule. After Nnamdi Kanu, there will be another king from another state. Nnamdi Kanu is from Abia State. Then I will look, maybe, I don't know whether Anambra and Imo, which one is older. Then that one will appoint a man that will be a king over all entire Igbo. But right now, the first king will rule from exile. And I will anoint him king in the headquarters of those that dethrone our king. It's awesome. And that's come to pass. But if you not become a truth,
he said he's going to anoint him king in the headquarters of those who dethroned our king. I don't even know which king he's talking about, because it's on record that, especially in this part of Igbo land that we are from, that Nnamdi Kanu is from Imo State, there is no record of Eze Buruburu anywhere. So I don't know which king he's talking about. And even the kind of chief that his father was, Nnamdi Kanu's father was, is the kind of chief that is being politically appointed. It's not like it's a hereditary something, Everybody knows how this warrant chief situation came. But there are some regions of Igbo that had kings, especially those people who borders the Benin Empire, that they had king, and, of course, the influence of that Benin Empire. But those Igbo communities that are not on the fringe, on the edges of the Igbo region, they don't have kings originally. You know, it was all democratic. So we were originally democratic, and everybody, you know, was part of the decision making. There was nobody lording it over the others like you will find in the southwest and in the north. You understand? And which was one of the reasons that it was very easy to undermine our forebears actually in the events that went forth. Anyways, that's by the way. So somebody is saying that I should not make this man popular, but guys, this man is talking to a whole lot of people that are taking him serious. So gradually they are planting this seed that, and you know, Nigerian people and Africans in general, once you say God said, once you put God in it, like it's like you have already sealed it. Once you say God said and he saw a vision, it plays a role in the minds of people. Like people take this thing serious when somebody comes, like for the fact that they are actually taking him serious in the first instance. Because when you look at this man, just because he went to buy turban and put on his head has made him a master prophet, and he's giving his name himself different titles. So this is how serious this thing is now. So they are using is subtle subconscious manipulation. So they manipulate the people subconsciously first and try to impute this. That's why I'm making a joke of it right now, so that people will not allow that to settle into their subconscious and begin to even contemplate it, that a king is going to be appointed unto them according to the prophet, according to as God has said it. And before you know it now, some other so-called prophets will begin to say the same thing, and it will be as if, you know, where there is a witness, you understand, from 2 or 3 mouths according to the Bible, that, you know, it has been confirmed. So yeah, this is my reason for making this video, because it is important for us to know the kind of manipulation they are doing that is making people to be falling all over for them. And even though it is very, very obvious to a lot of us that this thing is lunacy, they are just out of their mind, but obviously, as we are seeing, it's not very clear to a lot of people.
Okay, sorry, I will anoint another man, Kenneth, over the Igbo people. And by that time, he will, because power will change hands, because there is going to be the anointing of a prophet. Just like the way the prophet anointed David king, and immediately the mountains, the Most High departed from Saul. But I hope you will make the right decision. I hope you will make the right decision. And I'm going to, very soon, I don't know how long, but I'm seeing in the space of 1 year, in the next 1 year to come, I believe that I am going to come to England, and all the entire Igbo people will be in England.
Are you hearing? It's not, it doesn't know for sure how long it is, but it's not going to exceed 1 year. And within the next 1 year, he's going to go to England to install the king. And all the Igbo people are also going to come with him to install their king.
And I will anoint him the king. And
I will anoint him the king. Eze buruburu, Eze owa, Eze buruburu, or like Eze, like king of Igbo, all round and round, across and above every corner. Eze, like the king of all kings of all Igbo people. He is going to unilaterally anoint Igbo people. So he has actually pushed himself that high that, you know, the whole Igbo nation recognizes him and recognizes his authority. You see, this is how, you know, this is manipulation. This is mind games that they are playing.
All the rest, so-called Eze and king, will bow to him. All the governors in Igbo land will come and pay homage to him.
You hear, everybody is going to bow to him. All the governors in Igbo land will pay homage to the king. So we are having a scenario of, you know, like when Samuel anointed King Saul to become the king, you see, and when when the three wise men came to pay homage to the baby Jesus. It's like a mixture of both, the prophetic announcement of picking a king, anointing and picking a king, and then installing him as the king over Israel, and the other spiritual, Lord of all lords, people coming, the three wise men coming to pay homage to the king. So the Igbo governors are going to come and pay homage to this king, So bear in mind, or above all, where all this thing started was about Biafra having an independent state where things will run properly, where all the malfunctionings that is happening in Nigeria will not be. But look at how subtly they are going away from there and going to another family monarchy where their family will continue to benefit from this whole brouhaha. So it's not about Biafra, my people. I hope this is clear. I hope I'm coming across very well.
Those that speak for native gods will come and pay homage to him, because he will be the king over all entire Igbo land. And even the faith of our people will be respected. So this is what is going to happen. I am going to write that constitution. As a prophet, I have that word clearly. Just like when I anointed Donald Trump king, and when I anointed him the president of the United States in 2011, I felt some kind of power today. And that shall come to pass. I hope Nnamdi Kanu will make the right decision to accept. But if he doesn't, I think this will be the greatest mistake he will do in his life. Because when I will anoint anybody king over our people, the king of all entire Igbo, that will be the power of the Most High. Even the gods of the land will obey that person. The Abishi will obey that person. Amajohan will respect that person. The ancestors in the land will bow to that person. Because from that day, these thoughts over our people will be broken. Our people need a king. And the Most High has spoken to me about it. And shall come to pass. In the next days, I will begin to write.
So, are you people hearing? He said the people need a king. So, the people don't need Biafra again. They need a king and a monarch. And in this monarch, everybody will bow to him. The people who are doing juju, all the dibia, all the ancestors, everything and all and sundry, regardless of who you are, they will bow to him. They will obey him. He will rule them like a god. And he's going to start writing the constitution. So imagine, we are talking about Biafra. They are talking about Radio Biafra. And this man is doing politics. And now, of course, you can see that he has demolished that part. So, like, they want to be safe, you see. He's doing Nigerian politics. And on the other hand, he's trying to use this subtle spiritual way, because our people are very spiritual. Just say God said. Like, even when I first did this video 2 days ago, somebody was writing, but it's God that told him. Like, you see, it is actually going into their mind that it is God that told this man. So, yesterday so this is about this one. So right now,
constitution, as the Most High has given me the guidance how the king and what and how the king will rule our people, and the king will be honorable king, as a king that will unify all the peoples, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
So it's going to be awesome. He's going to write that constitution, and the king is going to unite all the Igbo people. So, Ndibo, you have to look at what is going on. Are you in need of a king? You want a monarchy? You want somebody that come and rule over you and unite you? Is that why you are lining up and calling yourself a volunteer? So, in regards to this Uche Mefor's case now, and they are trying to kick out anybody that is not their family member, because it's supposed to be a family issue. And like I told you, he lied on Uchemefo and said that the zoo has hijacked that radio, you see. So then the master prophet still came in again and said that there is no need for him to appoint anybody again. You see, that there's no need to appoint for anybody. That Igbo people, when you give them power, let me let you hear this audio. Who is going to refund your monthly dues? You are still going to pay more dues, though, because you are going to pay more dues for the king that is coming. Do you know what it means to have a king? You have to bow your head until he asks you to rise up, and you have to pay any amount he asks you to pay. So I want to play for you this audio of what this same master prophet is talking about. So I think, you know, the spiritual prophet, why he had to come into play is, you know, because our people are so religious and so spiritually inclined. You have to have hold of them, their mind also, in this way. So you bring in that subtle introduction of God said, the spirit, because, you know, we believe that everything is already preordained in the spirit, and then he's gonna begin to manifest gradually. So this is the role this man is playing. So everything he's saying, everything he's doing is just kind of, you know, introducing that concept, as absurd as it is, as outrageous as it may sound, when he's introducing it with the you know, circle of religion around it and belief around it, is coming onto the people, and they are accepting it already. They are even thinking, you know, touch not my anointed, don't question the spirit of God and all those kind of things. So I want to play this audio for you now.
The coronavirus, I think 1 month into the coronavirus, I will look for the prophecy. I talked about Nandekano managing the foreign policy, the affairs, so that people will not, you know, hinder what she is about to do. I'm going to look into that prophecy that I made. But right now, it's not a good thing for him to appoint a new deputy leader. My advice to him would be for him to manage it by himself, because Igbo, they love position, and when you give any Igbo person a little position, you will see them the next day, their chest cannot contain them anymore. So that deputy leader position that is vacant should be, you know, stopped entirely. And it will be a good thing if he did not appoint a new deputy leader. Let it be so. Let Nandekano be the leader and be the deputy leader, so that nobody again will try to, you know, muzzle his mouth, maybe try to derail his vision. So this is the quick saying that I want to say this morning. It's not a good thing. As I saw in the prophetic, the new deputy leader that he will choose will be a green snake in a green grass. So I'm against Nandekano appointing a new deputy leader, because that will not go well. So let him forget about deputy leader of a thing, be the one managing everything, be the leader and be the deputy leader.
So bottom line, Nandekano should manage everything himself. Let him be the leader, let him be the deputy leader, because if he should choose another leader, another deputy leader, it's going to be a green snake under green grass. So, you know, it's now all about them now. So him, his wife, the divine mother, this is the what are his titles anymore? I really have to check up on that. And the divine mother and the supreme leader. You remember, you know, there was I've showed you this video before. Ijele has also published that video on his page, and many other people, the video where he was being anointed. So this is how serious people take these people. And when I showed that video, I remember somebody was saying, what is wrong with that prayer now? So this is how far these people have gone. So it's all about the radio broadcasting. But before I close, I want you to listen to what they were saying about this radio when they were quarreling about the radio Biafra problem.
You will be successful in that way.
At first, when they were quarreling about the radio Biafra.
The zoo have taken it over. Our radio Biafra app is now a property of the Nigerian government. That is why they no longer play my voice. When I'm live on air, Radio Biafra is no longer on. And I am the director of Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra app is not playing my voice. The zoo has taken it over. The zoo has taken it over. Very, very sad indeed. We are going to do something about it. We must do something about it, and we shall. My goodness me, they have taken over our app. An app that is not playing my voice. My goodness, and I am live on air and the whole world is listening. Radio Biafra app is playing something different. Nigeria has come into IPOB. God forbid Satan. It cannot work, it cannot happen. We are going to do something about it. And I'm asking everybody now, as painful as it may sound, disengage Radio Biafra from your phones. Delete every Radio Biafra app you have on your phones. It is very, very critical you do so. We are getting a new one. I can no longer wait. We must take away every Radio Biafra app from your system. Anything that is not playing my voice live now, please, do not have it on your phone anymore. Remove it from your phones, please. Very, very critical, very important. The instruction that I was giving before is that those of you with your smartphones who are connected to IPOB live broadcast, especially via IPOB community app, no longer Radio Biafra because a new one is coming. Delete every Radio Biafra app on your device. Delete it. Nigeria has taken it over.
Listen. And when all this was going on, Uchemefo actually issued a statement.
The zoo has taken it over.
He said,
there is no reason why I should.
He said, I shall be online shortly to address the most wicked, insincere, deceptive claim that Radio Biafra was taking over. Who sold Radio Biafra app? Is it true that Radio Biafra app was sold? Who indeed is a traitor or a saboteur? And of course, the ongoing crimes against humanity directed against peaceful protesters in Nigeria and Biafra land. So, you see, they just kind of going back and forth. This fight have been going on since October. You understand me? So Uchemefo also said there is no truth in the post being circulated around that the zoo has taken over Radio Biafra app. These are lies. These are propaganda gone too far. Radio Biafra is under contractual arrangement to be provided services by a third party entity, and the obligations under the terms of contract must be discharged. You must be put on notice that these posts are being made in bad faith and that the purveyors are obviously oblivious of the implications. This which is a very big grammar. He said the purveyors of this are not being laughable. He said you must be put on notice that these posts are being made in bad faith and that the purveyors are obviously oblivious of the implications. So what he's trying to say that like the people that are telling these lies against him is like they don't know, they don't understand the implication, the consequences of the lies that they are saying. But waiting on God they talk.
Live on air, and my voice will not be on Radio Biafra because they have bought it over. The zoo government have now taken over that very platform, and we are going to do everything we can to rectify it. It is an order. You must remove Radio Biafra app from your phones. Nigeria have taken it over. The zoo have taken it over. Everybody must be on IPOB community radio. Everybody must be there, please. A new Radio Biafra app is coming. A new one is coming imminently.
So my people, this is all I want to say. I'm going to continue another video with this radio fight, because he is saying the zoo has taken it over. Uchemefo is saying this is happening in October, and there was a time he deleted all his posts, and people were insinuating that this is what is happening, and then Uchemefo came up again. It was like they settled, and everybody was saying that I'm sure it's going to go down very soon. But this is it. The king, supreme leader, is saying the zoo has taken over, and this one is saying it's not true, it's malicious lie. So I'll continue with this topic of this. They are going back and forth again in another live stream. So I'm going to leave the line open now. If you want to call and contribute, this is the time for you to do that, because I don't want us to exceed an hour so that I can go on and do other things. Oh, okay. Hello, good afternoon. We are hearing you. You can speak. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Bright from Lagos.
You're welcome, Bright.
Hello, good afternoon.
I'm hearing you. Speak ahead. Yeah.
We are enjoying the drama. When people like you, Ijele, Madhu Saraka, and some of us from the outside are saying it, people will be calling us names, discussing us. Now I think everything is open now, nothing to hide again.
Yeah.
Okay? So, but some people still believe in this private venture, this scam. Some people still believe in it.
Yeah.
It's very, very pathetic and annoying.
Yeah.
That some people still believe in this comment, this family business. When they say IPOB family, IPOB one family, people don't know what they mean.
It's their family.
I think you did put the left mother. The left mother is half a rank.
Oh my God.
I'm first to say, the left mother, the spring leader said that he consecrated the left mother to the queen of the earth.
Oh my God.
The left mother is the queen of the earth. Then his wife is something. Then the in-law, just see the family business, see the family set up. Yes, some people that have brain on their in their skull still believe in this. It's very, very annoying. I'm telling my sister.
Yeah.
Keep on the good work.
Thank you so much. Yes.
But we can't keep quiet. We must continue talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thank God that one of the members spoke with you with my phone yesterday. That one now is a born again. We passed it yesterday. Also, he called me with my phone.
So God be the glory.
He's a born again now. Yeah, we converted him yesterday. He's not on our own side.
Yes,
I'm telling you the truth. He concluded.
One more life saved. One more money don't come up for their pocket.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know open spot now. We thank God. Keep on the good work, Batista.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that call. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye. Yes, so yesterday we were able to convert one soul. So one step at a time. To God be the glory. So yeah, it's shade for their pockets, It's for their pockets, they have lost one more contributor. So anyway, to God be the glory that person will go on to liberate other people. Our people need liberation. From wanting liberation from Nigeria, we have to now want liberation from this Biafra scam now, so that we can actually know what we want to do, because right now this scam, this fraud is beclouding everywhere, and because of this population of people that are following this fraud, it's actually difficult as a people to actually articulate a way forward for the Igbo nation, because this is just in the way, and it's a shame. It's a shame that it went too far, and we were just coward, and we were all afraid to be called saboteur and other. But hey, it's somebody that's going to answer saboteur or one more. Oh, okay, we have one more call. Hello, good afternoon, my sister.
Well, I mean, that was a good one. I was listening to your program.
Oh.
I've listened at least for the past 15 minutes.
Okay.
And at least, if Igbos are going to wise up, the time is now.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to say thank you to all the crusaders of truth out there who are working so hard to save our future generation from this scam, from this self-pity. My name is Chichi again. I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Chichi from Houston. She's one of our biggest fans. Thank you so much for your support, Chichi.
I saw the whole drama day before yesterday. I was like, are you kidding me? This man cannot opt out now. But to be honest with you, when they came after Ijele, that was when I knew that their pocket is really feeling the impact of the truth. That was why they fought tooth and nail, because their revenue dwindled so quick after Ijele came open that they decided to do away with that canker worm, quote unquote, canker worm eating their pocket. And they did away, they worked so hard, thinking that when they send Ijele to Nigeria, they will have access to him and kill him. Ijele is still working strong in Nigeria, even doing more than, and they couldn't even go near him, and they kept ranting and ranting and ranting. Here we are today. This is one of the most wonderful weeks since last week. Amaka published, if you listen to Namdekalo, I will always shout, Amaka published that. Amaka published that. The Amaka is no longer publishing. Amaka ran away for her dear life. Probably she came across the message of truth and ran away.
No, I think they are all part of the propaganda. I think that none of them will be how will I put it, can be say that they are safe from this propaganda. It's part of them, like they are going to be held accountable. Yeah.
All of them are running you know what they say, conspiracy theory. In the Western world, what Namdekalo does is what they call conspiracy theory. Kind of conspiracy theory is where somebody will just come up with an assumption and they will recruit people to believe in it and start preaching and talking about it even though it is non-existent. I have been opportune to have a dual nationality, and I realize I know conspiracy theory when I see one. There is hardship everywhere in the world. Take for instance, in the month of September, if you had told an average Nigerian that American president will not retain his seat, they won't believe it. They will even call you names. There is problem everywhere. And the conspiracy theory came up when Namdekalo went and scraped off that hardship in Nigeria and attributed it to Igbos. And as long as me I'm concerned, you are your mindset. You see, you are your mindset. The moment you start accepting something, that is how your life is going to control your life. So he started the conspiracy theory, and the Igbos keyed into his propaganda, and that is why they are believing that they are marginalized. I have always said this. Challenge me, prove me wrong that there is problem in Igbo land when you show me one spot where Igbo land has been bombed. In the last 10 years, that bombing started in Nigeria.
Oh, don't say it. Let them know. Can't pick up to Hey,
yeah,
well.
Challenge me that there is problem in Igbo land. Instead, you know, group conspiracy theorists, Hanilana Agare. If Uchemefo like he can go sink into the ocean for all I care. Whatever, he's just as guilty as Nnamdi.
Yeah.
If Amaka like, she can decamp to party of heaven. She's as guilty as Nnamdi. The blood of those they sent to their early grave with the promise of a mythical city of Eldorado that is never going to happen anywhere is going to haunt them and their generation forever. I hear the spiritual leader of IPOB. I don't even know what these people mean. That a whole ethnic group will be under their control. I was thinking that the Kalu is the only crazy one among them. I have seen that the madness runs in their blood.
One crazy family.
The whole ethnic group.
One crazy people and then go and marry another, the one will be like they are doing the thing.
I am telling you. I am telling you. I don't understand it. So what the Igbo now is telling me is that one family and they are accepted to be under him.
I'm telling
even
you.
the ones that call themselves lawyers, even the ones that call themselves doctors, they now argue science. They now twerk science and believe in human assumption. Let me see how far this will lead them. If you had told them that a day like this will come, when they will be on the radio fighting. Now, which unfortunately did not hijack any radio Biafra, but people were beginning to get sense and stopped paying. And then Ambekalo's pocket started feeling it. He started shouting, they want to hijack it. They want to hijack it. My fellow nurse in America, Obienu, who have suddenly become Chinua Achebe, the writer, he now started speaking in parable recently. Because of their criminal. Yeah, Obienu is a nurse in California, and they are not American representatives, and they have he suddenly started speaking in parable. He even came to a point where he said, I mean, it is all about money.
Yeah.
My people wise up, wake up.
Thank you so much.
Family put you in their pocket.
Yes,
yes. Igbo land is too big for one family.
Yeah.
Yes, they can one lead.
Yeah.
Thank you, the Crusaders of Truth, for your work.
So much.
I'm telling you, you people are
for your
doing
support.
good. Your work is really paying off. People are waking up. People are waking up. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you for that call. Yeah. So yeah, my people, you've heard her. She's a top fan. She's a big supporter. So yeah, it is what it is. Thank you so much, my people. I think I'll leave you here for today, and we'll continue this conversation again tomorrow afternoon by the grace of God. Yeah. See you soon. Bye for now.